SMT Nation, we back. We've got this video for you here today. We're just going to do a quick overview of currently what's posted to the Root Metrics reports for the second half of 2022. We don't have the full data set. As of right now, there are 85 markets that have been tested, the data collected and posted as reports on the website. So I'll link this for you in the description. You guys can choose your metro area of what you want to look at. You can look at the states, you can look at the cities and the markets, you can look it up by carrier. However you want to do it is completely up to you. But what I want to show you guys today is out of the 85 markets that have been posted for this half, so second half 2022, uh, which I think there's 125 markets in total that are going to be tested and compiled into the report. There's some interesting findings here, some really, really bright spots for the T-Mobile network. All right, so one of the things I want to mention is as of right now, out of the 85 markets, T-Mobile already has an outright win. So not Verizon, not AT&T, they're not even shared, and that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm not sure if that's an area that T-Mobile has focused on, but for whatever reason, between the engineering team that is there plus the budgeting, I would say that they're doing a nice job of keeping the network afloat and bolstering it with really high performance and some excellence there. All right, now the important thing to note about Tulsa, Oklahoma, is that is now the second half in a row that T-Mobile is either in a shared win or an outright win. That means consistency, folks. So when you click on Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you could see how well they did, right? They scored 99.1, AT&T at 98.4, and Verizon at 98.3. They're all pretty close. So really you can't lose choosing any carrier in this area. But, they've addressed some issues that has haunted them in the past. So things like network reliability, they're up to a 99. Accessibility, they're up to a 97. All right, and they're the best at that in this market. Network speeds, right? Them and AT&T leading the pack. Data performance, they're right up there as the best. Even here in calling performance, they're at a 99, right? And texting and stuff like that. So they're putting it all together in Tulsa. Now, if you look, they were shared in overall performance with Verizon. Verizon bounced out of that spot. Now they're alone. They are the lone champion in Tulsa, Oklahoma, T-Mobile. Okay, so they already got an outright win. Some additional things of note, they've got shared wins in Providence, Rhode Island, shared with Verizon. Same thing with Louisville, and I think also El Paso and Concord and Chicago. I think Knoxville is shared with all three. So Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. So is Denton, Allentown, and Albuquerque. And I think T-Mobile has Columbus, Ohio shared with AT&T. So we have somewhere around a dozen markets that already show T-Mobile's excellence. Again, that's out of 85 markets that have been tested and the data uploaded into the maps and the reports. So there's still, what do we got, about 125 markets total. So we got like 40 left to get posted here to the final report. My expectation is that T-Mobile's going to end up with something like maybe 16, 17, or 18 markets. I think this is going to probably be the best half they've ever had. All right, so a lot of improving is going on at T-Mobile. Now Verizon is still upgrading their network, and AT&T is still upgrading their network, so they're not lying down. T-Mobile is going to have to continue to improve their network to get customers, to keep customers, but they're clearly showing improvements because we got markets now showing consistency, repeated consecutive halves where T-Mobile is showing network excellence. I'm really, really happy about this. This is probably one of the better updates we've gotten from T-Mobile when it comes to network excellence. I've said time and time again, T-Mobile's issue has always been consistency. It wasn't that they weren't trying. It's not that they weren't giving it their all. It wasn't the, poor execution. It was always just consistency. Are you able to put together solid networking in more places from half to half, from quarter to quarter, year to year, building on the good momentum that they have with the T-Mobile and Sprint merger? Clearly, as a new company with the Sprint assets, with the focused spending and CapEx, they've been able to do so much more. They fixed a lot of the problems with their network. right? In places where it was previously troublesome or problematic. Now, you don't see rural America mentioned here. If you look, these are all major markets. So I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that T-Mobile's the best carrier in rural America. I can't do that. I won't do that. All right. That's not what this report is about. This report is about these major markets, right? You've got smaller, medium sized markets, and then you've got some big ones, right? So, like Tampa's a good sized market, right? Youngstown is a relatively small, modest market. St. Louis is a decent sized market. So is Seattle. You have San Diego. You have San Antonio, Texas, right? These are big places. These are either capital cities of states or they're like top 3 to top 5 cities in their respective states. Here's Houston, Texas, right? Here's Fresno, California. Here's Dallas, Texas, right? You got some big markets. So I'm not sitting here trying to spin this off that T-Mobile has completely fixed their entire network across all their country. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they have shown great improvements. They have made great strides, and it's showing in these root scores. And I think the people in these places could speak to that, right? They could tell you about their experiences, share how they've been experiencing the T-Mobile network, and I bet you it has improved over time. And the more that T-Mobile has spent on the network, the better it has gotten. It is 100% correlated to spending and being able to produce dependable capacity on the network. And all this, of course, while they're selling 5G home internet. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. This is commendable in a lot of these places. I'm very happy about this. I'm very excited to see what happens once all the markets are posted and all the testing is done. They usually, Root does test all the way through December, but usually I think it's done by like this first or second week of December. And then they build the report and they post it in January. So I'll do follow up videos to cover everything when it's all said and done. Verizon's going to have more markets they're going to win. I'm sure that they're going to lead in a lot of markets, right? They do very well in these tested markets. Verizon does very well on route. AT&T has caught their stride. They're starting to do really good at route. They're winning more markets. We're seeing more shares, more outright wins, and things of that nature. So, hey, T-Mobile's fair game. You know, they're doing their thing, and so are the other carriers. And I think the consumers stand to benefit the most from these types of performances. What do you guys think of this? Uh, Sound off in the comment section below. Again, I'll post this for you guys to check out. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more, and turn on the bell notification icon. Check out all the links in the description for all things going on with the channel, including the Patreon page as well as the members. You can get a membership here on the channel. Just hit the join button. You'll get the prompt to do that. It's right next to the subscription for the channel. And I'll leave you with some positive words from the SMT to close out this video. Every new day is an opportunity to be great. Go out there and be great. Thanks for watching. See you all on the next one. Peace.